Hello musicians, my name is Andrew Mercer and I'm a music teacher, and today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how to hold your violin bow. Now, whether you're playing classical music or folk music or whatever kind of style you're into, you're going to want to have a really relaxed bow hand, a nice relaxed bow hold. Your arm, your hand, everything, your whole body should be very relaxed, and it's going to that's going to really affect your tone. So, a good place to start with a relaxed overall body is to start with your bow hand. So first thing we're going to talk about is the shape of your hand. You're going to want to have a nice rounded, curved finger hand setup. So try to make sure that your thumb is bent, your fingers are bent, everything is nice and relaxed. Your wrist should be nice and flat. It shouldn't be like straightened out or bent in any kind of weird way. It should generally be a nice relaxed shape. A good way to tell how the shape of your hand should be when you're holding your bow is if you just kind of let your hand relax normally or hang it by your side. It will probably give you a pretty close approximation to how it should be on the bow anyway. Just by holding it down by the side, shake it loose, and it's probably going to be pretty close to the way it should look. So, and that's a nice relaxed shape. Okay, so let's talk some specifics. Your thumb, your bent thumb, should come in contact with your fingers across the seam of your first knuckles. So these two fingers in the middle, your finger number 2 and number 3, your thumb should touch the crease behind the first knuckle for those two fingers. Some people like to have it on the seam between the two. Some people like to have it on their second finger, on the knuckle of the second finger. It's up to you what you feel more comfortable with. Mine is somewhere around the more towards the second finger. Your second finger on the seam of that first knuckle. So somewhere in that vicinity there. Now, when you place your thumb there and you get it behind, it should be a nice curved hand. It should be nice curved fingers over. And we have our two little rabbit ears here. You know, sometimes we say to kids that this is the bunny here. You can see like your teeth and two little flappy ears. So you know, you can visualize that. Now, when we hold the bow, we still want to keep a nice relaxed, soft hand, and you know, you want to make sure all the muscles, everything is nice and soft and relaxed. And that's going to give you a great tone. Let's just try with a pencil for a second, and this is a good exercise. In fact, I tell students all the time, if you want to practice this, you know, take a pencil, hold it while you're watching TV, or hold it in class. You know, so you put your thumb on the pencil, and then nice bent thumb. You see that? These two fingers wrap down over it, just like we just talked about. So it's contacting somewhere around the behind the first knuckle. Your first finger, your pointer finger, index, should go over the stick, over the pencil, somewhere around the first knuckle, somewhere between the first knuckle and the second knuckle. Everybody's got a different kind of feel for that, and it's going to move around a little bit as you play anyway. But somewhere in that vicinity. It shouldn't be up too high, like past the second knuckle, and it certainly shouldn't be down to the tip. But somewhere around the first knuckle to the second. And then your pinky should be like tippy toe right here. So it should be on the tip of your pinky right there. And again, it has a nice relaxed shape all around. Your thumb is relaxed and bent behind, and your wrist is nice and flat. So that should give you a nice little bow hold. And you can wiggle your fingers from time to time to make sure everything is nice and loose. So it should be very, very relaxed. Now, that's a good exercise to do that with a pencil. And like I said, you can do that in class. You can do it at home watching TV. Just take a pencil and practice holding it. The more time you have something in your hand like this, like a pencil or a bow, the more your muscles are developing the memories of where it should be. So the more pencil time you have, the better, or bow time, whatever. But the more time you can spend within your hand, the better. Now, let's take the bow. So we're going to do the same kind of thing as with the pencil. I'll add one thing. Make sure you hold the bow with your left hand. Like, support the weight of the bow with your left hand. Try not to touch the hair. But that way then your right hand can concentrate on how it feels and how it sits, and it doesn't have to worry about the weight. So let's put our thumb. You notice that there's a lapping down here. I'll show on the other camera. You know there's a lapping down right here. We want to try to make it so that our thumb is either on the lapping or maybe towards the end of the lapping. I like to have mine just at the very end of the lapping. Mine goes around right here. And then my fingers again go over just like with the pencil. You notice I still have my bent thumb behind. First finger goes over, somewhere around the first knuckle to the second knuckle, that kind of ballpark. And my pinky is bent on the top. And you notice a nice relaxed hand. You should try to keep your fingers nice and relaxed. It's a good idea to wiggle your fingers from time to time just to make sure they're nice and relaxed. Keep all the muscles very pliable and soft. And you'll notice here that it's nice rounded. You know, we have a nice round thumb, nice big bear cave in here. You know, so it's a nice big relaxed hand. So that's what we want, a nice relaxed hand. Keep your left hand on as well. Try as much as you can when you're playing not to grip the bow. It's not like that. The bow is meant to be held very, very delicately, very lightly as you play. In fact, it should be so light that if somebody was to come up behind you and smack your bow, it should just fall on the floor. It shouldn't be so tight that you got the kung fu grip. It should be very loose and relaxed, and that's going to help you go faster, and it's going to help you play a lot smoother, less scratch, and your tone is going to be nice and big and strong. So you want a nice relaxed hand. So practice keeping that hand very relaxed. If you find you're getting cramps or anything like that, perhaps you might be doing something wrong. Perhaps you're gripping too tight on your pointer finger, or maybe on your thumb. You know, a common mistake is to make the thumb collapse like this. We don't want that. I'll show you on the other camera. We really don't want that kind of posture on the thumb. We want our thumb to be nice and relaxed, all right around like that. So there you go. That's a nice relaxed bow hand. You can try taking it off and putting it on, taking it off and putting it on over and over until you feel real comfortable with that. Okay, so good luck with that. If you have any questions, send me a question and I'll see what I can do to help you out. Okay, thanks for watching.